What is up, YouTube? Welcome back. I'm Jeff. This is my fish room. Today's video is going to be a different type of video. I was resetting all my tanks, and I noticed a lot of them they get dirty after a while. The fish start kind of losing, the quality goes down. So I ended up resetting 6 of my tanks. So I'm going to go through each tank now, and I'll tell you what I did, and just there's little updates on these tanks too. If you followed my Instagram, if you followed my YouTube, you've noticed a lot of these tanks going to be the same. I moved some fish around because I really want to focus the more expensive fish. So without any further ado, let's get into it. This tank is the Wabbenminster or Wabbenminster Plecos, little koi guppy there. These guys bred for me once, actually twice, but I think the problem was the fry were either getting eaten by the scuds or they weren't getting enough food. A lot of times with some plecos, they're very sensitive when they're younger, so you have to end up taking them out in order to basically keeping them alive. I'll show you the fry with these guys. So if you noticed here, we got some of them. Let's get some zoom in action if we can focus, which is not, but let's see. I'm gonna have to put some no planaria, because no planaria will kill all the hydra. I noticed too, the hydra ended up killing all my cories. I had about 100 of black Schultz eyes, and I don't know if this tank just crashed, but lost all of them. Had to do the no planaria in both of these tanks. And yeah, without that, don't want to get into sidetrack, but this tank is just the Wabbenmisters. Bred them twice. I ended up cleaning all the gravel in every single tank. These are all the tanks that I reset. And when I mean reset, basically what I did was I took all the fish out, cleaned them. You notice all the glass is nice and clean now. I rearranged some fish. I had the 2 rams in both of these tanks, but I noticed some of the rams were getting a little beat up, and I think the temperature was too low for them because I had one heater here. So I moved them all in here, new heater. I'm going to most likely sell all these guys to the next auction in Suffolk. But the other fish in here we had were the koi guppies, which is obviously, if you guys noticed or have watched any of my videos, these are my favorite guppies. These are a stunning guppy. I noticed one of these guppies too, it was a bigger female. They had a little bit of fin rot on it. I think what happens with that is the scuds and not actually sucking up all the detritus and everything that's in there. I think the water just kind of goes bad after a while. You can see the one fish there. The tail is a little bit rotting away, but I ended up they're actually currently in a salt bath. Then I'll put them back. But I think too, with cleaning everything up, cleaning the filters, this tank's good to go. This particular tank is the, I think it's L134. Put a comment in the below if you guys know what kind of plecos these are. I forgot. I think there's some type of tiger pleco. I forget. But these guys I ended up getting almost last year. I got these at an auction, and they are actually putting on some pretty decent size. You can see there is a long fin calico. I'm going to take him and throw him in the 80-gallon so he can get a little bigger, maybe breed them separately. I just noticed there's a cory in there that I have to take out. We have some black chin. Hold on. I actually still have it. I bought these trio black chin, Geodinis, whatever. That's them. So I've been breeding them. Not really. I noticed too with those guys, they have a tendency to eat their fry. So what I'm going to do is all the black chins in here. Bought these at a separate auction, so now I have a bunch of them. You can see them. I'll put them all in here. I want to get more plants for them, and I want to actually end up breeding them. The orange Venezuelan cories I had in here were breeding. I think what was going on is there's too many fish in this, and I don't want those particular plecos to get scared, so I want to take them out, and this is them. I'm kind of over the orange Venezuelans because it's not desirable anymore. You know, I know this is a hobby and I love breeding fish, but you know, I do want to make money to support my hobby and continue growing this channel and end up growing in my whole fish room. So these guys I'll end up selling at Suffolk next week. There is a group in here that are breeding. If you're local and you're interested, you can let me know. And then other than that, black chins are going in here and the plecos. This group, these little shitheads, are the Bulgarian, what are these called? Bulgarian Rams? Bolivian Rams, close enough. So these are Bolivian Rams. They haven't been breeding for me lately, so that's another reason why I wanted to completely reset this whole tank. And it was dirty. There's a lot of mulm everywhere. The mystery snails that were in there. It was just a lot going on. So I set up another breeding, if you can see it back there, another breeding area and then another breeding area here. Hopefully they lay eggs. They haven't in a while, but not much has changed. Just kind of set it, and that's it. In this tank, before I had the black rams and the yellow rams, but I wanted to move the lemon blue eyes, the long fins, from this tank into this tank because this is a bigger tank. I can change it more and threw some shrimp in there, and pretty much that's them. So you notice too, some of them are lighter than the others. I think the long fins are the lighter versions and the darker ones are just the short fins. So we got regular brown shrimp. They're good in there. They'll eat all that food. Pretty much it. I ended up drilling a hole into this driftwood and I put a Amazon in it. See how that goes. Pretty much a bare bones tank. I just kind of threw a bunch of stuff in. That's kind of also too going to be the theme. I never really aquascape. Never got into it. I really wish. I probably honestly should. But, you know, I kind of just throw what I have in and the fish like it. So, and the water's always good. In this tank, we also had rams, but like I said, I put all the rams in here so they have a heater, and that way, maybe they'll breed. Threw a bunch of slates in there, and that's a stud of a male. We do have a weird deformed gold one. I want to try to breed that and maybe get some short bodies with the selective breeding. So I'm assuming that's just how things go. Like you get a deformity like a short body and they just start breeding and then they selective bred and whatever. This tank, one of the banes of my existence, just like those stir-by cories if you remember. I've bred these because you can see there's plenty of them, but they don't breed like the orange Venezuelans do or the black Venezuelans, because with the black tanks.I, these guys breed for me they actually bred. Jesus, I didn't even notice that. They must have just bred. I don't see any more eggs. Yeah, look at that. I didn't even notice this. Oh, good thing I'm moving a video now. Yeah, there's eggs everywhere. These guys they don't stop. They were actually, hate to get off topic, they were in this tank, never bred. So I moved them over here. Now they're breeding like crazy. This was the tank that they've always been in, and I guess I contributed that to that flow. And another tip, I have the pump back there, real quick, and then the water and the air, it goes against the wall. So you see this nozzle? I rotated it, and the cories always love breeding on that because the airflow helps them breed. Quick little tip. I'm going to probably sell these guys at the next Suffolk auction, but right now what I did was added a bunch of plants, I put some of the Val in it, and then I completely took apart that piece of crap wave maker or power head, and now it's clearly doing the job like it should. There was gunk in there and a lot of mulm and just all that crap that was in there, so I ended up cleaning that apart, and I took up basically anything that was floating, because a lot of times it gets stuck in there. So I'm hoping with the flow, a bunch of plants, these guys will end up breeding. I'm gonna have to run to the store tomorrow and get some black worms, but I do have bloodworms to them, because I really want them to breed. If they do breed in this new tank with the sand, maybe I'll keep them. You know, I don't know. Panda cories is one of everyone's favorite cory. They always sell, and it's not even about the cheap quality, not the cheap price for them. People just love them because it's a panda. Anything panda, especially panda goldfish, panda loaches, they all do great. So pretty much it. And the final tank here is just the gold rams, and we have a few black rams and assassin snails. So essentially what you want to do with the breeding, this is the slate here, so that way they kind of feel a little bit secure. I should put a plant behind them, which I might. Some plant I got at an auction, thing doesn't grow. Speaking of that, I should actually put the Aquarium Co-op Easy Root tabs in it. That's actually what I did for some of these, all of these actually. I threw in a bunch of tabs, and at least that way it kind of gets direct nutrients. I actually hope they might breed now. That would be awesome if they do. Huh. They actually might, because that's the kind of behavior they do when they start to lay eggs. So if we get that on camera, that'll be sick. But that's it. Other than these, that's pretty much it for this video. I hope you enjoyed it. These are the black rams, like I said, kind of all over the place. A Jason's jaw of Java moss. My ADHD is kicking in. But I'm going to put these in the tank. Same thing with these guys. If anyone knows what those are called, leave a comment in the comments below. I forget the name. And yeah, hope you guys have a good day. I'll see you in the next one. Peace. You know what? I'm actually back, minus that last part, because I'm just kind of doing a one quick video. But I'm going to put these guys in the tank, and you can see how they go. Figured that would be better content for you guys. So I'm hoping these guys breed. I'm going to have to look up these guys and see exactly what temperatures they're at. I just had to kind of how to breed them, because I haven't really bred them yet. They're not really at the size, I think, to breed, but they should be. This is a very warm tank right now. So hopefully they'll like the new tank layout. But to put the guppies in. Now I'll show you the guppies. So I noticed that some of these guys' fins are a little iffy. So like I said, I'm going to treat them. That's a very easy fix. But the reason to clamp like that is also because there's no air and it's fully cleaned water. So they'll be fine. Now, that is it for this video. I hope you enjoyed it. If you like anything in this video, leave a comment. If any questions, I'm always here. Like, comment, share, and subscribe. And I'll see you in the next one. Peace.